For this fraction, we have monomials, so what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what values could my LCD be. So what you're looking at is when you're finding a monomial, your LCD is going to include all the letters. So the only letter of the alphabet that's written down in the denominator is a Z. And then when I look at my exponents, the highest exponent is 1, so it's going to have just a single Z. And if you need to look at them so you can see them, it's a lot easier to write them down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the multiples of the largest number, which is 12, and figure out what's the first number that all three numbers multiply to be. Now, 9 may work by 9 times 12 and get 72. You can do that. You can take 6 times 9 times 12. But the goal is to have the smallest value. And when you want the smallest value, if you write out the multiples of the first one, so 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Since 6 goes into 12, 6 is included. But the next number is 36. And 9 times 4 does give me 36. So I'm going to put a 36 up here. And then I'm going to figure out what number needs to be times each one to get me there. So if I take 6 times 6, that would get me there. 9 times 4, and then the Z. And then 12 times 3. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take everything times 36Z, and what I see in purple parentheses is exactly what's left over when I cancel things out. So taking my LCD, so 36Z times each one of these, I'm going to simplify. So Z, I'm going to cancel with Z, and then 6 would cancel with 36 and leave me with a 6 on top, which is what I said over here. 9 would cancel with 36 and leave me with a 4, and then you'd have a Z on top. Z would cancel with Z. 12 would cancel with 36 and would leave me with a 3, which are all the two values, additional values that I said over there. So I'm going to take the original problem times what's left over. So I have 5 times 6 minus 5 times 4Z equals 7 times 3. So I get 30 minus 20Z equals 21. Combine like terms, so minus 30 minus 30. Negative 20Z equals negative 9. Divide by negative 20. Divide by negative 20. Z equals 9/20. And can't simplify that anymore. And if you plug it in, and check it out and same answers. All right.